welcome back to Gretchen's Vegan Bakery. Yep, love it or hate it, pumpkin everything season is upon us. So let's kick it off with a perfect pumpkin cake recipe. And it's a 1-bowl mix, no mixers required, and you probably have everything you need already in your pantry. The recipes, as usual, are on my website at gretchensveganbakery.com. Just click the links below the video. Now, usually when I test these recipes, it happens at least 2 times before I perfect and share it with you all. And what I noticed was that each time I made this recipe, the batter was different because each time I used a different pumpkin. This was actually a really good thing because this way I can understand and help explain why did mine come out so much different than yours. Okay, so I'm going to talk a lot about this recipe, but it is a straight up 1-bowl mix, as you can see. The dry ingredients just go into the liquids and that's it. So real quick, I do want to talk about pumpkin, and I'm not usually brand loyal to too many products, but I do find that Libby's pumpkin is the most consistent, and I really do notice a difference when I don't have it or I can't get it. But don't worry, it's not a deal breaker. Other brands won't destroy your recipes. And maybe it's only me that notices a slight difference, but here's actually a good example. You can see this batter is pretty thin, and I did use my homemade pumpkin puree here, which is always going to be thinner and lighter in color than your typical canned pumpkin. So even though my cake batter was more like pancake batter, and it didn't really take on the marble the way it was supposed to, it just sort of sunk to the bottom, the cake was still delicious. I did make some adjustments, and I write all about this on my website along with the recipes, so it is always worth going to check out my website for the best baking information ever that I just can't jam into a 4-minute YouTube video. My third try with this bundt cake was perfect, and my swirl was acceptable. And, well, this cake is way more than acceptable. It is super moist, loaded up with pumpkin spice, and the chocolate swirl was just enough. But you know me and my chocolate addiction, so more chocolate drizzle was in order for the top, as well as a new little trick for sugar glaze. You might want to try it. Rather than adding plant milk to the confectioner's sugar, add more pumpkin puree for a pumpkin glaze that is just so good and keeps it really thick. And that's it. That's how easy it is to make a perfect pumpkin bundt cake to kick off autumn here in the US. This recipe also baked really great into cupcakes, and wait until you see what I did with this pumpkin cake batter and my recent snickerdoodle apple pie bites. If you didn't watch that video, you have to see that. And that's all coming up next, so you are definitely going to want to be sure to subscribe here to my channel if you're not already. And a great big thank you, as always, to everyone for always being here with me and supporting the channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and commenting below. All of that really helps to keep this channel relevant, and it lets people know that there's actually something really great happening over here. Speaking of something really great happening, my patrons on Patreon and my pals in PayPal are the reason that I'm able to continue testing and creating these recipes for free for everyone. As I mentioned, it takes me 2 and 3 and sometimes 4 times to perfect these recipes enough so that they work for everyone around the world with very little effort on your part. So if you think that you can help for as little as a cup of coffee a month, click the links below to find out how. All right, everyone, thanks again, and until next time, happy vegan baking. Bye for now.